welcome, Krishna. Shanti. Well, I'm going to get right on into it. Welcome, all light beings. Today, I wanted to get into the discussion of mind control. Hold on one second. I'm going to wait a little bit until some more people come in. right, family, I'm back. We all know that mind control has always been the tool utilized in this society that we live in. So lately we can see a lot of it going on. See, one thing for me, I never really liked anyone to tell me what to think and how to think. Never liked that. That's why I could never understand people who gossiped or told stories about other people, and how once those stories got around to people could honestly believe those stories. So we have to be careful when we read the paper, when we look at the news channels, or all information that has been disseminated into the public amongst us. We have to use discernment and critical thinking in much of that. I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to stop it. I'm going to pause it because this video helps me. Shout out to RFG, the chosen one. Please subscribe to his channel. This brother is magnificent at explaining things. He's got that eye. And that's one of the reasons why I'm using his video, because he turned on my light bulb a couple of times. So when you're able to listen to people and they get the light bulb spinning in your mind and get ideas and thoughts going, allowing you to get a whole lot of creative thoughts coming your way, energy coming your way. It's great. So shout out to RFG, the chosen one. Okay, I'm gonna play this.
Back at it today, and I'm here to go over very highly discussed topic in the past 2 weeks. Right here. Okay, according to NASA satellites, what they're saying is that Saturn's rings are starting to disappear. Okay, and what they're telling us is that over 100 million years from now, in between 100 million and 300 million years from now, that they're going to be completely gone. The rings around Saturn in 100 million to a 300 million year span, Saturn's rings are going to be gone. Well, guess what? RFG is here today to tell you that is bullshit. Okay? That is bullshit. And let me tell you something. If it was going to take that long for Saturn's rings to disappear, it would be undetectable. It would be 99.999% undetectable for them to even detect that these rings would be gone in a 100 million year span. Ladies and gentlemen, how can somebody tell me how is that even detectable and predictable? Let me tell you something, folks. these rings are going to erode. These rings are going to erode and decay a lot faster than what NASA is telling us. And this is why, okay? I want you to pay attention to everything that's said. Okay? Because this world we live in is ran by the Vatican, by the Knights of Malta, and by the British Crown, by the British monarchy. Okay? And the Knights of Malta are the warlocks who dictate global policy. Okay? And what they do is they mirror the stars. With all of their global events, they mirror the stars. They mirror astrology. Okay, as above, so below. So these are the folks who run and dictate foreign policy by giving the Pope and the Black Pope their orders. Okay, and they give the British monarchy their orders. Okay, and what these Knights of Malta do is anything that they want to happen in society, it has to happen above. It has to happen in the stars first. Period.
And as you can see, family, what he was saying is NASA has come out and tried to say that, like I told you all before in the videos that we looked at, science articles that come out saying that it's going to take millions of billions of years for something to happen. Well, we have to be careful when we allow them to tell us when we're the creators, we're the ones in control. But a lot of times we have been absent at the helm, and we have allowed them for many years, decades, to have control. And now that a lot of us have come into our true selves and have recognized this things, we recognize that everything, we are the all in all. So basically, we are literally the ones in charge and ones in control. But the thing about it is, in this society, they control the mind. Like it says in the scriptures, the wicked controls the air. Air is masculine, air is the mind. Hey, JJ Jr., welcome. The air is the mind. So they control it through the media, movies, through education, religion. They have been able to use us as voodoo dolls for many decades now. The ones, because we are the creators. We're the ones who have to perform the action. But unbeknownst to us, that this is what it is. So our minds are being controlled to gear everything towards their way. And if we're not careful on believing their propaganda and not forming our own minds, bending our minds from this construct that our minds are in now. Hey, Sun God. It's important that we bend our minds from all this nonsense. And once we bend our minds from this nonsense, we are no longer under the control. Like, we can watch things and we can hear the truth through their lies. We can hear the truth through the deception. We can see, basically, we can identify the deception through critical thinking, like this guy did. RFG was talking about how they were trying to make us think that it's going to take millions and millions of years for the rings to dissolve. But the rings are dissolving. Quickly. A lot of times they'll tell you down the line because that's what they're asking for you to give them. They're asking for us to give them more time. Controlling through our minds, because our minds create the reality. So we have to be careful, very, very careful what we take in. I discount everything these scientists say. I take everything on the news with a grain of salt. Anything basically I get out of this existence at this moment, I do not allow it to bend my mind. I bend my mind. I don't allow it to control or build constructs in my head. I break down the constructs that were built for me to come out of this humanity. Because I'm ready to ascend. I'm ready to ascend out of this madness, personally. So he said these are the guys that control the thinking on this planet right now. So what you must do, family, as light beings, as creators, is you must continue to push for the dissipation of what we see around us. While they're trying to get the masses to go the way they want the masses to go, we have to continue to steadfastly go against what they deemed a reality to our own way of seeing our reality. JJ Jr. said, the news they give us nowadays is 5% facts and 95% foolishness. I agree. That is so true. I was going to say something to that effect. Thank you for bringing that up. That is so true. It's 5% facts. They'll give you little facts. That's why I said discernment. Because some things are true, some things are not. Like them telling us the government shut down, that's a fact. You know, all the other stuff around it is foolishness. The reasoning behind it is foolishness. No real deal in it. Only 5%, like JJ Jr. said. So, critical in our thinking that we can be more proactive instead of active. Reactive. and plan things out ahead of time. Well, not really necessarily plan, because plan is the analytical part of the brain that we're trying to get out of. We're trying to get into the intuition and the creativity, not so much of the analytical, which is what this is. But let me continue the video on. I'm going to hit some points.
Okay, so right here we have this government shutdown that started on December 22nd, okay, of 2018. And it's been lasting for over 3 weeks now. Okay? Right here. This government shutdown, December 2018 to February 2019. Okay? The second shutdown of 2018. This is when it started. December 22nd. December 22nd of 2018 to now. Okay? Why did this government shutdown happen? I'm about to fucking blow you guys away. Okay? This article about Saturn losing its rings came out right here. December 17th, 2018. So take note of this. 5 days before the government shutdown took place, Saturn, NASA, is publishing this article saying that Saturn is losing its rings. So 5 days after NASA posts the article, Saturn is losing its rings, 5 days after is when the government shutdown starts, okay? So Saturn is losing its rings, according to what NASA is telling us. 5 days after that, the government shutdown starts. Well, what does Saturn represent in astrology? Structure. Law. You see? Law. Structure, law, restriction, discipline, responsibility, obligation, ambition. But the two top descriptions are structure and law. Okay? So right here, 5 days before the government shutdown, they're saying that Saturn is losing its rings. 5 days after they say Saturn is losing its rings, we have the government shutdown where structure and law is fading away. Just like the goddamn Saturn rings, people. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. It is impossible to say something is going to erode and decay completely 100 million years from now. People, that is impossible to detect. That is impossible to detect. Let me tell you something. For them to say that, these rings are fading away at a much faster rate. And NASA is not telling us. Okay? You guys better wake up. Guys better wake the fuck up. So right here, here are the nails. Here are the nails in the coffin. Okay? Right here, you have the government shutdown that's been taking place for the past 3 weeks. It started December 22nd of 2018. And here's why. Because NASA published made this fucking article, had this guy, Mike Weiner, make this fucking article. December 17th of 2018. This was only 5 days before the government shutdown started. So Saturn, the planet that represents law, order, restriction, they're saying that Saturn is losing its rings. Saturn is losing its control. Saturn's energy is losing its control over organized society. You see, Father Time is losing his control over, you see what I'm saying, quote unquote organized society. So that is what's symbolic of Saturn losing its rings. So 5 days after this article was published, we have the government shutdown in the United States. Okay? You think that was by chance? You think that was by accident? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay? And let me tell you guys what's the real fucking reason behind Saturn losing its rings. Because I will tell you, Saturn is losing its rings at a much higher rate than what they're saying. It's not going to decay in no goddamn 100 million, 300 million year span. It's decaying much faster than that. And this is why. We live in a binary solar system. Okay? According to the Sumerians, and the Atlanteans, they both knew that we lived in a binary solar system where there was a red star, a smaller red star that came in between Earth and the sun's orbit every 4 to 10,000 years. Okay, in between 4 and 10,000 years. This star would make its presence between Earth's orbit and the sun's orbit. Okay? And because of this, this is going to cause the Earth's surface to heat up with record temperatures, and it's going to cause another pole shift, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So when this second sun is getting closer and closer to Earth, this is what's causing Saturn's rings to melt. Okay? Saturn's rings, let me repeat, Saturn's rings are not being pulled into Saturn. They're fucking melting. Let me repeat. They're fucking melting.
Yeah, because our planet is turning into a sun. This is what's happening. So what he was saying is, the collective consciousness, people are waking up. People are becoming more aware of who they are, of reality. People becoming more aware of reality. Let's put it that way. The illusion is breaking down. So the planet is becoming a sun again. It's becoming a sun. And the physical and the spiritual is coming together. The illusion is breaking down. And so basically, what is going on now is they are trying to control through our minds all of this that is naturally occurring, that's taking place. Of course, we know the ancients had talked about that, had spoken about this in their writings centuries and centuries ago, ages and ages ago. But the understanding has been turned into a physical understanding and not kept at a spiritual understanding or a scientific you see, we get partial scientific explanation through astrology, but then everything blends into the physical, and the physical causes this cover up, this deception, where we can't really see the alchemy. We can't see the alchemy of it all, the chemical, the breakdown of it all, the truth of it all, for what it really is. Because you got so many that want to hold on to this physical. That's what it is. They want to hold on to this physical and maintain control over it. It was a friend's telescope. It was a fat-looking mirror type. Okay. So that's how you saw Saturn. I'm definitely going to have to get me a telescope so that I can see, because I would like to see it myself and not be able to see it just on the from a video or from NASA showing me CGI. Okay.
Melting. Okay. They are melting. That's what NASA is not telling you. Okay? You think it's bogus bullshit? Guess what? I got supporters. You know what I'm saying? And people that are down with the movement. I got people all over the world. This was a person in Las Vegas that sent me this picture back in December. This is a picture over the freeway right near downtown Las Vegas. And this is what this person saw over the skies. See, you see the chemtrails here. You see the regular sun that we see every day. And then you see another sun right here. Then you see the second sun right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why they're spraying chemtrails. They want us to not see the second sun, okay, come closer to Earth. They don't want us to see the war that's taking place in this solar system between the Elohim and between the Draconians, between the Anunnaki and the Draconians. They don't want us to see that. They don't want us to see secret military, secret government tests that are going on over the Earth's atmosphere right now. Okay, they also want to cool the planet down. So this is their attempt. You see what I'm saying? That's why the chemtrails are being sprayed all over the Earth. One of the biggest reasons is they do not want us to see. Okay, what's happening with the second sun getting closer to Earth and the other events that are taking place in the stars above us. Okay. Very deep, man. Very deep what's going on here. But like I said, Saturn's rings disappearing. Okay, that is directly tied to the second sun making its way towards Earth. Okay. Study the Sumerians. Okay, the Sumerian cosmology that is written on hieroglyphics. They knew that a second sun was connected. Okay, to this solar system sun. We live in a binary solar system. Okay? That's why the Sumerians named the second sun Nibiru. Okay? And Kemet in Egypt. Guess what? They had two sun gods. They had two masculine sun gods. One was Horus. The other was Ra. Horus was the one we saw over our horizon. Horus was the sun we saw over our horizon. Ra, was a solar deity that came into Earth's orbit to cause a rapture-like event. Ra, you see? Radiation, the rays, the sun rays. You see? Ra. Okay, coming back to Earth's orbit to cause a rapture-like event. Okay, and I'm here to tell you guys, in between 2020 and 2024, all hell will break loose in the United States. Okay, and Rex 84 will take effect. That's martial law over the whole nation, and they are conducting. You see these multiple government shutdowns to try to
I would say that time frame is correct. I got from 2020, but it can possibly lead into 2024.
Sensitize the United States citizens to that. You see, there's a government. There's been like 4 or 5 of these, and what they're doing is they're desensitizing us to these government shutdowns. So when the real one happens, we're not going to be surprised. We're not going to be fully prepared. Okay, and we're going to think it's just a normal fucking event, people. But what I'm telling you is, when this happens in between 2020 and 2024. Rex 84 will take effect. Okay? And like I said, this is all tied to the second son's return, because the second son's return is what's causing Saturn's rings to melt, and it's what's causing all this wild weather on the Earth, and it's causing the temperatures to rise on the Earth. It's all the second sun returning to Earth. Okay, that's what's responsible for this whole shebang. Okay, and this is a big ritual because this article was published in December 17th, 2018, 5 days before they announced the government shutdown. Okay, all a fucking ritual. The Knights of Malta are the people who give the orders to the black and white Pope. Okay, the black and white Pope give their orders to the British Crown, the British monarchy. Okay. And you know, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg Corporation, those are the individuals who give the go-ahead to the president. Okay? We are ruled by a fucking crown. Okay, a democracy. The definition of the real definition of a democracy is nothing but a dictatorship in disguise. Okay? It's this country is a de facto. It's a de facto government. It's not a democracy. Yeah, let me repeat. It's not a democracy. It's a de facto government, and a de facto government is nothing but a monarchy in disguise. Okay? The United States is not a country, it is a corporation that is owned and ran by the British Crown, by the Vatican, okay? By the Zionists. They own it. Okay? It's time to wake the fuck up, man. As above, so below. As within, so without. Okay? You're gonna see a lot of wild shit take place when that second sun comes closer to Earth's orbit. For most of the people who do not eat alkaline vegetation and alkaline fruits, you know, and their diet consists of blood and starch and all of that processed bullshit that's sold by Monsanto. Okay? They're going to be subject to spontaneous human combustion when the second sun returns to near Earth's atmosphere. That's what you're going to see, people. The only way you're going to be able to really survive on the surface of the Earth is if, you know what I'm saying, you have some kind of neurocarbon, neuromelanin count in your blood, and you're on alkaline foods, natural alkaline foods, man. Okay? So, basically, Saturn's rings are dissolving, they are melting because of the second sun's return. And because of this, Father Time is running out of time. Okay? Father Time, okay, has officially run out of time. Okay? How fucking ironic. Okay, and that's going to be the title of this video. That's really all I had to say about this topic. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One, man.
All right. I know, it's amazing. And it's amazing the extreme they will go to in getting us to think, and how they use. See, they bet on the illusion to keep majority of us at bay. And that's because a large majority of our people, they really truly give all their mind to this, the way the system flows. And they don't realize it. And instead of stopping and thinking about things like the religion they've been fed, the education they've been given, and recognizing that it's detrimental to them that they get their own minds under control and stop allowing the weak and the powerless to control them. You see, for me, I can recite, let me go here, the laws of my art. Let me see what I do with that. The laws of my art. Let me see. And one of the laws of my art says, okay, hold on, let me. Okay, the 11 laws of my art. I am made in the likeness of a peace that nothing can disturb. I reclaim my original peace that I may attain to my reason for coming into the enjoyment of life. My nature is unconquerable peace. Therefore, nothing or no one in the world can be against me. All experience come to me to promote the reclamation of my original state of being. That I may in turn acquire wisdom and power. See, my mind, I have to get under control. I have to bend my mind to reach my powers, my magic. And my mind helps in my state. All my thoughts, feelings, and action reflect the Word of God and the power of God's Spirit, and a peace that nothing can challenge flows through my being. That's Tahuti. Sakart. All emotions manifesting through my being are in response to the Word of God. They have the power to influence the course of any and all events in the world. Ma'at. God needs me in order to come into the world. Fulfilling God's need is the highest act of love. It is only through my love for God that I am able to fulfill my love for others. I am the love of God in the world for the protection of the world. Haruka Huti. I know that God neither rewards or punishes or protects. I am comforted in knowing that these are under my control through living truth. Haru. I have the power but not the right to ignore God's law. I choose to follow the law of God with the love and joy that grows out of the understanding that the wisdom and power of God's Spirit shall flow through my being. Hetaru. It is not what I imagine, it is who is imagining. I know that I am a divine being. Sabak. It is not what I think or what I affirm, it is who is thinking and affirming. I know that I am a divine being. Asat. I am prepared to sacrifice everything to become the vessel of God on earth. And I know that I will in turn receive everything. Gap. I know that from heaven I came, and to heaven I will return. I seek not enduring works on earth. That is the 11 laws of Ma'at, the 11 laws of balance from within. Thank you, Sun God. Slick 93. If Saturn loses all its rings, how does that affect us? Well, as you heard in the video, it's an as above, so below system. So when Saturn's law and order, what was he saying? Law and structure and law. But we're breaking down constructs in our minds, right? As gods, we are connecting with our God inside of us, and we're breaking down the deception created outside of us, that we allowed to be created outside of us. So we are coming into ourselves, and we got to do this work. This is the work we are to do. Is to break down these constructs in our minds that were created and recreate a whole new world. Now, spiritually, this is what we're doing. So physically, we are to come out of it. No different than what the scripture said. Come out of the world. So we have to come out of, even though we know that to be God, you must have, you have an adversary. But we have no adversary, you see. We have no adversary because we are the whole. We are the one. We are the good and the evil. And it's hard for some to really understand that thought. But once you realize that you can't have a God without having an adversary. So we are both. We play both parts through the mind. And that's what we have to break down. We have to break down it being duality. We have to change it from duality to a one understanding of oneness. Because everything is going to start coming into this oneness. It's going to change from seeing things as divided to seeing things as one. I have a book here. It's called Esotericism and Symbol. Okay. It says here, I'm going to read a little bit. I'm going to read a little bit. Okay. Appearance. Let me see, where am I? 7. King Wade, you said completely different from the Neanderthal laws of power. Yeah, it's totally different. And I like the negative confessions because the negative confessions, they had taken our negative confessions and they made them laws when, and made like the physical body actually does those things when the physical body is an illusion. So it's really not happening. It's really not those things. That's what the negative confessions were. That those things were really not happening. Those things are really not true. Let me see. Esotericism can be another. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and read this. Appearance is the dualization of a single principle and defines nature or living spirit. The causal cause is incomprehensible unity, and metaphysically from one becomes two, which results in the cosmic cause, threefold in one unity, the latter thus being accessible. It is beyond our power to imagine anything that would not be possible, in fact. That is, imagination or any compilation of ideas can only be composed of simple elements which are cerebrally accessible. Thus, materialist philosophy, when it is logically consistent, has a real basis in nature. But one unknown fact would mean an error in logic. It may be said, everything has always existed and the varieties are the object of an evolution. This statement is both true and false. It is false if considered by bodily senses and cerebral. Hey, Information Man, welcome. Melanated Son of Ra, welcome. Bodily senses and cerebral intelligence alone. It is true spiritually because spirit or substance without form is eternal. It is that form which everybody is formed. Evolution also is real, starting from the original energetic impulse, but it obeys a law of universal genesis and not fortuitous conditions. Surely the function does not create the organ. How could it act before existing? Adaptation is not creation, and what is not created, that is contained in The harmonic order of law of Genesis will never be incarnated. As for the evolutionist theory of materialism, it is bankrupt for most thinkers because that is the good of philosophizing as our world has done for so many centuries. All our philosophies are but personal speculations compared with natural philosophy, the philosophy of living nature and its summary as it is found in all sacred texts. In the beginning there is separation. This we still see always and everywhere. We need the number 2 in order to define the number 1, which as indivisible unity is impossible for us to understand. The grain decomposes in the earth, the seed in the oval. When we can no longer divide, we are beyond nature and approach the causal cause, the abstract cause. This is why the whole of the metaphysics, all creation, is situated between the numbers 1 and 2. Then the threefold idea forms an accessible unity which can be divided and added. The Chinese sages said 1 always equals 3. The Egyptian sages placed a triad at the origin of each line. As they placed the triangle at the origin of the geometric forms, 2 irreducible magnitudes are necessary to determine a third. The sages have never taught otherwise. Okay, becoming or formation of substance into matter is the mystery of reflection, that is, the phenomenon which is reaction. Neither action nor its reflector, the passive element of its nature, is a phenomenon. It is the reaction which is the effect of duality, and thus relative appearance. And this is how the sacred triad has formed nature, the world, the universe. We must look at the becoming as though we had been present at the fiat lux, at beginning of time. With the certainty of actual eyewitness experience. Nothing prevents us from so doing, for time exists only for our physical senses. Time exists for only our physical senses. And the beginning of time is always present. Were it not so, nothing would be maintained. Melchizedek, Osiris, makes constant sacrifice. We see activity by its effect. In its absolute, the active principle escapes us. The interplanetary or stellar world is black, complete darkness. Do anybody remember in the beginning was the darkness? In appearance, should a body pass through, it will be luminous, lighted by the sun. Perhaps, but it will be lighted because this space of darkness is in reality holy light. Absolute activity is unique. It is causal cause and not cosmic cause. It is unity and not yet three in one. I was reading from Esotericism and Symbol by R.A. Skywalker de Lubrics. I'll put that in the. I'll leave it in the description. I'll put it in the chat right now. Let me just put it in the chat so you can have it. Has anyone had this book before? On Thursday, I'm going to purchase another book. Forgot the name of it. But it's going to break down all this esotericism and ancient Egypt knowledge for me. Hey, S. Wiseman, and give me a better understanding. I don't want to do what RFG Chosen One had said. He said, read the Sumerian writings. I might already have them somewhere. I might already have a book with some of it in there, but I definitely want to get what he was speaking of. We cannot allow them to sway our minds their way. We have to take control over our thinking and think and bend our minds towards the way we want it to go. We have to utilize our magic, utilize our energy power that we have as light beings, as energy beings, and stop allowing the control of it to go outside of ourselves to these other weaker, lower entities to utilize. Slick 93 said, this world is in the hands of the wicked, but they know their time is up, and I can't wait to see real peace on earth. Me either. I'm the same way. I'm starting to feel some kind of way every day. But the news I hear, from around and seeing things, that we see going on, it seems like things are slowly happening. The things are happening, but it's all within us. It's all up to us. Are we gonna believe? Are we going to believe what the weaker energy outside of ourselves is saying, and give and allow them to leech off of us continuously? Are we going to continue to do this? Are we not seeing their weakness? Are we not seeing them going down and grasping for us to lift them up? We need to stop that. We need to really stop that. We cannot breathe life into this entity anymore, any longer. This entity has to come to its final end soon. You know, there's things that came to my mind to do, and it's like 3 years ago, family, and here I am at this point, and I'm like, well, it hasn't been done yet, but I know it's going to get done. I just know deep within me that movements are going to start being made here soon. You know, because it starts with a thought, and we think it and we manifest it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking it, and I'm every time, it never fails. At times when you don't think it's happening because you want it so badly, it happens. It eventually happens, and when it comes to you, you don't even notice it. That's how it works. That's how it always works. When you want it so bad to happen, and you're thinking about it in your mind, and you already said it 3 years ago, time will come and it'll start happening because you manifested it. You manifested it. You really knew it's going to happen, and it's going to happen. I know that I'm going to get my little village together soon. That's a goal of mine. You know, and I'm looking at the time now of what's going on, and I'm like, why didn't I already have it done by now? You know, my little village with people have homes built on. Everybody in the village is doing some kind of job towards benefiting each other. You know, you have a person making food from scratch. You have gardeners. You know, that's a nice village. That's my goal. And unity, you know. And no suffering, no suffering, because, that's another thing. In this society, the thinking is you have to suffer. And that's not true. If you are the creator and the God, you decide, you decide. But who's to say whether it's when it comes to thinking about how this society thinks you have to suffer to get to a certain point. So yeah, nature done its part. it provided the trees, it provided the fruit, it provided the, the terrain. It provided the weather. It provided everything. It's the abuse of nature, the abuse that has been done to nature that is, that is just ridiculous. Yeah, you're right, as Wiseman. Cities are not self-sustaining. No, you can never rely on an entity. You can rely on a tree because you're going to always have that fruit developing. But you can't rely on anything that has the ability to destroy and control things. No. Isn't it amazing how nature will reclaim a deserted city? Yes, I agree. It is amazing. It'll grow some grass over that whole area. Yeah, it'll start growing weeds and all kinds of things in a heartbeat when the place is neglected. But that's my goal, is to get a village together. And I said 666 people, investment. And that money will get us a nice, huge plot of land. And some buildings built on it. And a whole lot of other things. $666,666. Well, 666,666 people. I said that wrong. 600,000. $666 people. Yeah. King, wait, you silly. You said imagine getting shot for crouton. Oh boy. Don't think like that. I'm not thinking that away. I'm not letting them control my mind, because one brother brought this up. By nature, they were out here killing and stealing from one another. So our situation has been pretty much intentionally to us. So we've been so dependent on the government and so dependent on this society as Black people that we are put in a situation, a predicament, that we need to see our way out of quickly. Rather quickly. And people, these distractions about things that are not important to our lives have been just that, distractions from the whole point of what we're supposed to be really focused on. See, the whole thing is, if we weren't in this society, we wouldn't have to worry about the unrighteous things that are happening, because we're righteous people. We're righteous and upright people. But for centuries and centuries now, many of our people wanted to mingle with these people, that it's this is what we get. This is where we're at. We're at a downfall. But we have to think creatively and be the creators and not be the ones that are being created anymore. We need to stop allowing creation to happen around us and start participating and become the creators again. Step back into our rightful place in our right state and control our minds again on which way we want things to, how we want things to go. And stay focused. Yes, true King Wage. I agree. Yeah. King Wage, you silly. When it's manifested, yes, we need to manifest that we're going to have our own land and, not depending on no grocery stores, because grocery stores have nothing that entices me at all. Nothing. It's just like, yeah, I heard about the 12-year-old girl getting punched. You see? It's crazy. Yeah, we definitely, 50, 60 years ago, I would say, let's say 100 years ago. 100 years ago, it would have been best if we just stayed our course and stayed separated out. But to live in those times had to have been so horrible for them to have no choice but to come back into the fold of their oppressors. To fall back into the hands of their oppressors. Things had to have been, because they were taking shop owners who owned shops, successful shops, and killing them in the black community. When we had our own JJ Jr. says, my major concern isn't the food source, it's more of a water attack happens. Yeah, I agree. Water is very critical to us. Yeah, they're going to pay for the consequences eventually. Oh, yeah, I've seen that Afrocentric schools popping up. Yeah, the great separation is happening now. And that's Wiseman got me writing the children's book. A wonderful create how we come about as light beings, energy beings for children. And I'll have an adult novel to go with it. It's all gonna connect. It's gonna kind of be like the, no, I don't want to say Harry Potter's saga, but it may be a saga. Yeah, he was all about separation till they killed her. Has time flew on me, family? Let me see something. No, we're good. Yeah. Well, family, with that said, continue to put in the spiritual work, because the beings above that are doing the work is us. We are the all in all. And tonight I will sleep meditating. Yep. Meditating. We have to get our argon energy back. Definitely. Yes. And I'm going to meditate tonight. And I know that, when we're up in the spiritual world, we don't recognize each other. But definitely, let's get to work. Let's go and astro project and put in this work and make some things happening. So tomorrow, when the physical body wakens, we can see some more things happening. I know they were talking about this. They were, quote unquote, UFO, unidentified flying object. They claim ran into a mountain, crashed into a mountain in Siberia in Russia. And it's really cold there. It's really a lot of snow. So let's make some more things happen. Because we have the power. We have the Damians, and our Damians are standing by waiting for us to put them to work. And contrary to popular belief that demons are evil, well, you can't have evil without good, and you can't have good without evil. So, family, we got to come out of the thinking of these people and come into the one mind that we need to be in, which is that oneness of the all. Good is evil and evil is good. My next video I'm going to be working on, it's going to be probably tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't think I can do it tomorrow morning. But if I get it together tonight, I can probably do it tomorrow morning. And it's supposed to be on the Chi, Feng Shui. Getting our house in order, our home that we live in, the square box we live in. Because we want to get the energy flowing. We want to strengthen our energy. Hey, Lefford Thomas. Hey, Deacons of Defense. Welcome. We want to get our energy flowing really well in our homes. And we're going to be looking into Qi and Feng Shui. So, and I'll probably be on camera for that because I want to show you. I'm going to try to have, it may not be tomorrow. I might have to plan that out and see what I can do with that. Because I definitely want to show things, so. But I could do another video while I wait on that one, because the Feng Shui video may take a little bit longer, a little bit more stuff. But I do have another video lined up for tomorrow, so I might do that one. Okay, tell Sade I said hello. Yeah. So, family, glad to see you all tonight. Thank you for coming out. Let me see. Much love to JJ Jr., Sun God, King Wage, The Slick 93, Melanated Son of Ra, Kizzy's Corner. Welcome, Kizzy Corner. The Slick 93. Information Man. S. Wiseman. Deacon of Defense. Always remember, family, true love from the cosmos, real peace, the higher self within the soul. Until next time, peace.